Yeah, thank you very much, Martin. It's 6 o'clock now, but I think it's worth to extend the time of the session by a minimum of, let's say, 10 minutes, so we can answer some questions or discuss some issues which are of interest for you. Are there any questions out of the audience?
Hello, my name is Sandeep Goyal. I work for GIZ. My question to Martin Brown is that you mentioned that storage is more when we talk about integration and more of integration. What is your opinion about storage in distribution systems, especially for like peak shaving, when considering Indian conditions, when we have like 2 peaks and the evening peak is more in the late evening when we don't have sun. So would storage not make sense already, or what is your opinion about it?
Yeah, thank you for the question. I hoped it would come. Storage is a topic by itself, and especially in distribution, so you can do everything with it, but it still costs some money. And so there's a question of cost efficiency, and up to now, in all of our calculations, storage has never shown up to be the cheapest solution. There are other ways to do it that are cheaper, and so it's not the reason for distribution grid operation to install it there. But well, we see cost regression, so over the next years it might come cheaper. Maybe in India you get even cheaper devices than Germany, highly probable. So it needs to be a case-specific situation and to check if it makes sense or not. But in the future, of course, cost regression will definitely come to costs where it becomes more and more interesting when it becomes more economic. That is to be analyzed and to be seen, but storage occurs. So it is not something you need actively to invest as the distribution system operator, but it just appears because customers want to drive an electrical vehicle, or as in Germany, they even if economic calculations often or normally show that it's not economic doing it, they just want to have a storage to have a higher self-consumption and to be more autonomous against the grid. And so it's there, and you have to deal with it. And so having storage at customers, you have to be you have to think about how you integrate it into the grid, what kind of grid codes you apply, and then we are in phase 1 actually. So what kind of grid codes you apply, and also if you require certain limitations so you can do peak shaving, because you need to define rules in order to come to peak shaving, otherwise it will not be peak shaving, as we have seen with several slides and presentations. And so that's, I think, a very important point. And so phase 3, where I mentioned it, it is more in the area now distribution system operators might also want to use it so invest by themselves. But it appears in phase 1 already, or phase 2, phase 0, yes. Thank you.
Okay, I've seen another question in the back somewhere.
Body. The DSO is an independent body.
Yes, so I hope I understood the question, but in Germany we have an unbundled system. So the supply business and the grid operation business is unbundled, so they have to be separate legal entities. This is different to the discoms as you have them in India.
Okay, one last question, maybe.
Good evening, sir, and I would like to thank the panelists for this amazing session. I have a question for Professor Martin Brown. Sir, what is the biggest problem that the distribution network faced during Energy Wende in Germany?
This is a very good question. Thank you. First,
Short answer, please.
oh, well, exactly, you want the biggest problem. So first is you have a speed up of units that are connected, and you have to do capacity building, that people in the distribution system operators know what to do, what are the technical possibilities, challenges, and solutions. So it's capacity building. And the other is reinforcement, reinforcement, reinforcement. And then you can think about other solutions.
Okay, thank you very much for this. I think we will close the session now. Let me just point out on the poster session, which is happening behind this door. We can have a look at the poster and meet the author of the posters and ask further questions. And yeah, for now, let me thank again the contributors for the interesting contributions and the audience for your patience. Thank you.